Hello and welcome back to my lore video. I hope that you enjoy what I'm doing. Alright, here we go. Okay, in my last video, I had talked about the rising factions in the hierarchical cities. One of these factions is known as Sector 7. Sector 7 is a group of scientists that are hidden from the general populace that are looking for alternative means of using Seether, or just looking for alternative means of power at all, such as electricity, wind power, and all that jazz. Much like the Akaruga Ninja, Sector 7 is against the NOL because the NOL has a monopoly on the grimoires and the Ars Magus that are controlling the Seether. Sector 7 wishes to use the Seether through science, or at least they want to obliterate the use of Seether because they see the negative effects that is happening on the populace and they're looking for ways to recycle and diminish it. Despite their best attempts, Sector 7 could not copy or at least imitate the grimoires that the NOL had a monopoly over. They wanted to control the Seether through scientific means, but despite their best, no matter what they did, they couldn't do it. It was impossible for them. The only way that they saw that they can do it is if they studied the original grimoire, the Azure grimoire, that Ragnar the Blood Edge had. So, Sector 7 had tried numerous times in the past to find the Azure grimoire, despite it only being a myth at this point in the game of Calamity Trigger. But then they seen Ragnar the Blood Edge, and they sent numerous agents after him, but all they did was just get their asses kicked no matter what they did. It was kind of sad. Despite the adversity that Sector 7 had faced, they had access to a cauldron. This cauldron was the source of most of their scientific and magical experiments, and helping them attempt to reverse engineer the grimoires and the Ars Magus. Despite all the shortcomings, they eventually managed to fish out Hakumen from the boundary by using the act of dowsing. You know, dowsing, where you use two sticks to find water underground. Yeah, they did that. Despite much controversy around it, Sector 7 is not led by Kokonoe. It is led by a group of investors called the Committee. The Committee is like the upper management of Sector 7, where they make all the big decisions for Sector 7, such as finances and research direction, much to Kokonoe's dismay. The members of Sector 7 are Kokonoe, Tager, Lot Carmine, Lychee Fei Ling. There are other characters in Sector 7 who kind of take precedent, but they'll come later. Okay, despite what most people think, the Kaka clan is actually pretty important to the Blazblue story, and I'll tell you why. During the Dark War, people had noticed how Mitsuyoshi and a few other beastkin were fighting off the Black Beast with relative ease. Well, not with ease, but they was able to fight back against him, period. So they got an idea. The idea was to bioengineer the strongest of the beastkin at the time, and Mitsuyoshi and Mifune, Mitsuyoshi's brother, at the time were the strongest of the beastkin. So they took some of Jubei's whiskers, I don't know what they used, but they took some of his DNA and they made the Kaka clan, or the Kaka soldiers. Look, I'll be honest with you, the Kaka soldiers were doing fairly well in the Dark War, as in they saved lives and they managed to fight off some parts of the Black Beast, but they weren't really as strong as Mitsuyoshi or Mifune or Valkenhayn at the time, so most of them just got crushed like crazy. Despite how weak they were compared to Mitsuyoshi, the Kaka clan did serve their purpose as weapons in the Dark War. The oldest of the Kaka clan was Toto Kaka, or the village elder from Calamity Trigger. The most notable characters from the Kaka clan is Tau Kaka, Tora Kaka, and the Kaka kittens. That's really it. There's really no one else that is relevant from the Kaka clan, but those are like the most important ones. Fun fact about the Kaka clan, they're all female. This is actually a failsafe to keep them from breeding too much. The scientists at the time had feared, since Mitsuyoshi was strong, his clones would one day overthrow the rest of humanity, which was a very unlikely case since they only follow their base instincts. But it was just a necessary evil at the time, but the Kaka clan are currently dying out with their members only to 100. And that wraps up the lore surrounding Calamity Trigger. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!